Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your board, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning where I do what I do for you. Today I got a good one for you. Strap it on. We about to go for a ride. Let's go. Right is 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message and a story for life. I got a good life lesson for you today. Tune in, stay tuned in like you've been doing. The numbers are going up. I hope the message is getting across and you're benefiting from the lesson I'm giving you. Let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Get to know yourself from the inside out. That's a lot better. Right thinking is way of life through what? Mental and spiritual discipline when daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka knowing thyself. That's my goal. That's my mission, and I'm on it. Yours is to get it and do what? Know yourself. Let's go. Knowing thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous, probably religious, but avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them spiritually with what? Spiritual knowledge, knowledge of self. That's what wakes you up. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to do just that. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinking, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. You got to keep the balance in your life. Today, right thinkers, I'm about to have some fun. This is my favorite subject. Right thinkers, let's talk about knowing of God is knowing thyself. I'm going to drive that point home every which way I can. So today I got different method I'm going to bring at you, different angle, but I'm driving it home again. The way to know God is to know thyself. I teach it, I preach it, I live it. Why? Because that's a fact. They are one and the same. God, self. Consciousness sits in the middle to make the decision. You can do God, you can do yourself. Okay, ego, God, same thing. Because they're gods in their own right. Your ego is a god. Why? Because it can control you if you allow it. Knowing yourself, watch this, is what? Learning the spiritual truth and living by them with understanding of who you are and why you do what you do. We want to subdue or control or conquer our ego first and foremost. Knowing thyself, meaning you know the ego has got to get corralled. He's got to get under control. Why? He's what killed Osiris. Haru knows this. That's us reincarnated, knowing our evil is not the devil, it's our own ego self, that if we don't control it, he will kill us. He's worse than cancer, he's worse than anything else. Why? Because he just eats you and eats you until they no more. Okay. Now, my search for the truth led me to Egypt. I was a Mason. I was told that nothing is in the northeast corner. I went to Egypt and I found what I just told my large brother just yesterday. I went to they said the darkness, and I found the truth. Now I'm telling everybody the truth. Go ahead. Why? They say don't. If they say don't, you do. Remember, opposites. If they want you to do something, do the opposite. Why? Because they know that they're trying to guide you somewhere else, lead you astray. Play the bamboozle game on you. Another lesson there. That's why Malcolm put that concept there. Okay? But my search led me to Egypt. And in Egypt, I found the truth. What? For myself. I had to do my own work. Okay? I study. Who? God. And the way to know him for myself is to what? Experience him for myself. Studying him, knowing about him, reading him, and even believing in him don't substitute for what? Experiencing him. Once you experience God, you are a what? Witness. This is why, I ain't going there. But this is why your church people, the powers that be, they give you a little bit. Okay, a whole lot of other stuff, but just a little bit. Yeah. With the Bible, with every religion, there's a little bit. Me being who I was, no, a little bit, I want to know before you put the other stuff on it, give it to me pure. Pure. I want everything pure. Simple as that. That's just, I've been that way. Before I got enlightened, I'm really that way. I'm enlightened. Right thinking philosophy is what? Living by God's truth. If you know God, that's how you learn yourself, by what? Practicing daily to be your best self. And I spend a lot of time with my higher self. You would too if you understood how to work with it. Prayer, asking, meditating, listening. I spend a lot of time listening, so I do a lot of meditating time. That's my point. Okay, here you go. Knowing God for yourself is right thinking philosophy's goal for all my right thinkers. I don't want to tell you about God. I don't want to preach and teach you about God. I will do that, but I need you to have that experience for yourself. Now, it ain't just what I say. It's what you know. That's the difference. I teach a concept that once you adopt it, once you understand it, you can use it. It becomes yours. I'm giving you something. Knowledge of self is a gift because now you know your higher self. If you practice my right thinking philosophy daily, I guarantee you, you will raise your consciousness. That means you will know more about yourself than ever before. That's what it's all about. I'm not giving you schoolwork. I'm giving you work. Work on you. If you live right, aka practice my art daily, your life will be seen as what? Like mine, holy. I don't profess to be holy. Don't have a problem being accused of being holy. I profess spiritual. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim or a Jew. I'm not falling in the category of religious concepts. Why? Because that's the box that I don't want to be in. That's why. Knowing God for yourself is a must. Why? I'm being told I'm full of spirit. The Holy Spirit, yeah, I'm glad they see that. But that's what I live for because I'm bringing out the what? God in me. I'm doing what I'm led to do spiritually in physical form. Sound familiar? I ain't going there. But being a spiritual being of God is what we need to know for ourselves. I know that. If you knew that, and he and she knew that, we'd all be able to say, my brother, we wouldn't be doing the things that we're doing to each other. Again, I treat you the way I want you to treat me. I'm going to do that. But I'm not going to allow you to mistreat me. So don't worry about that. I'll take care of that. Okay. When you can when you can say, I know God, that's right thinking, philosophy, mastery. You know yourself. If you know you, you know God. If you know God, you know you. They go hand in hand. I teach that. I know that. Why? You will know for yourself once you go through it, you experience it, then you will know why. Those who know, don't say. Those who say, don't know. I'm just saying. That's a philosophical paradox, but okay, it's another lesson. I ain't going there. Where we at now? Okay, I've done that already. Now, understand this. We are human beings, but we are divine beings spiritually on the inside. I'm not a Christian, a Muslim, or a Jew. I'm a spiritual being that's divine, having a human experience. When you become conscious of that fact, things should change for you. If you become Haru, aka spiritually enlightened, you know yourself It's another guy who knew himself. He was anointed. Y'all call him Jesus the Christ. Okay, same thing. If you believe in God, that's fine. But that means you don't know him for yourself. You never heard me say, I believe in God. You hear me say, I know God. I talk to God. I commune with God. I am God. Why? The spirit in me is of God. So if you don't know that, then you ain't even in the ballpark. Come on, man. All good Christians, Muslims and Jews know God, what? But not themselves as God. They put God outside themselves. That's the problem. I'm hearing my people say, God is in me. Yeah, I'm rolling with that. Don't tell me, God, no, we got a problem. And I probably won't sit in on your congregation if you telling me God is somewhere else. I ain't going with that. Why? I'm not coming to change your perspective. I'm just not going to sit and be part of it. That's all I control, me, not nothing else. If you think you're just a human being, well, I'm just human, okay, then you're going to die twice. Being ignorant is not bliss when you need to have knowledge and understanding, because what? The heart will be weighed against the feather of my eye. And if the heart don't get waken up, if the heart don't get lightened, the heart don't get purified, it's going to be heavy. There's a phrase, may your heart be light as a feather. They was giving you a clue back then, but we swear we know something, don't know nothing. That's the problem. You believe you know something. You should know you know something. I don't believe nothing. I know what I know. And what I don't know, I can tell you, I don't know that. I ain't gonna give you no belief concept. Become your best self, aka godlike. Men and women ought to become godlike through what? Virtual practice and cultivation and understanding the sciences that will give you information and knowledge of a higher self. Knowledge, not a bunch of superstitious mumbo jumbo. Well, just believe. I'm not doing that. The art of becoming God conscious is right thinking philosophy goal for all right thinkers. When you put in your work daily, like I do, you're becoming God-like. Why? Because you're practicing the things that you need to do to become just that. I'm teaching right thinkers, watch this, how to be their best selves when daily with what? Right thinking philosophy that you can adopt, have your pattern, set your routine, and you'll see how it works for yourself. Watch this. We are taught from childhood to become our best self. We can think it, we can be whatever we want. That's a lifelong job. But once you know yourself, everything in life after that takes care of itself. Why? Because you're functioning on a whole nother level now. Knowledge of self raises your conscious level. You ain't just an ordinary human being. I'm just no, I'm God. Yeah. Been accused of it. I'm laughing now. Being godly is what? Using your spiritual discipline to live by. That's what makes me godly. I do what I know I should do when I should do it. Not saying I should have done that. I don't live a if I could have, would have, should have lifestyle. I live, I do what I do, and I do it for you also. Why? Because I know if it works for me, it can work for you. All you got to do is adopt it and use it. That's why I do what I do for you. Last one, I appreciate you tuning in again, boy. These lessons getting long and long. But I see you keep tuning in. Let me keep giving. Let's go. The last one. This is the caveat, and this is the end all be all. To know thyself is to know God. I can flip it. To know God is to know thyself. It's interchangeable. I know myself. How? Because the work I put in to learn myself. If you're not doing nothing, you're not going to get nothing. When you walk by faith, and I hear a lot of people talk that, they talk a good talk, but I'm walking by faith. Why? Because your knowledge of God and self is what you have faith in. Ye of little faith. I pray, but sometimes I'm getting answers, so I don't know if God, no, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. Trust me. I always wanted to be seen. as what it was, man. I had no idea how I was gonna get there. Didn't have a clue, but I thought it was cool to be the guy with all the answers, the guy who knew everything. But how you gonna be that guy? My life put me in position to do just that. I had no idea, and my sister said it to me, "Baz, it made a lot of sense. You had to go through all that to get to where you are." And I always say, right now, if I had to do anything different in my life that don't put me here, I don't want the deal. Why? I'm not gonna change. Why? I'm happy where I am right now. How many people can say that? I'm 64 years in, going for 65, and I have a good understanding of who and what I am at this point in my life. You can do it at an early age. That's why I like to teach the young people the truth early. I don't want you fighting to learn the truth. I'm gonna give it to you. All you gotta do is take it, adopt it, and use it. No fight. Trust me. Okay? If you know you are of God, a lot of us believe that. But when you have your but God moment, you have your mystical experience, when you have that God experience for yourself that you have become a witness, God, I'm good. Why? I got this. I've been doing that ever since. I get choked up thinking about it. Knowing yourself. Oh, okay. Wait. If you know you are of God, then you will what? Live right. Then you will be seen. If you live right, you will be seen from their perspective as a good guy, a holy guy, whatever. I respect that. That's their opinion, and it's a good one, so I appreciate it. Last one, and again, I appreciate everything. Knowing yourself and living right is the result of what? Mastering right things philosophy. When you become a self-master or right thing master, people will see and they'll tell you, like me, you full of spirit. What about you? I'll let that go. I appreciate you tuning in. I got more lessons. Let me get you out of here. I got to go to the gym.